What's up, Rebel? Sean Ogle of Location Rebel on location in my hometown of Portland, Oregon. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not always on the road, and for the last few weeks, I've just been enjoying the beautiful Pacific Northwest summer. And this is a video I'm excited about because I've been wanting to do this video for a really long time. All over this YouTube channel and our emails on Location Rebel, we're always talking about bits and pieces of the Location Rebel lifestyle or building a lifestyle business, becoming a digital nomad, whatever you want to call it. We'll talk about freelance writing, we'll talk about affiliate marketing, we'll talk about strategies and tactics, but we don't ever really talk about the whole picture. What does it look like from A to Z? What are all of the steps? And that's what we're going to talk about today, because this week marks our 8th anniversary of creating Location Rebel Academy. That's our premium course with over 3,000 members where we walk you through everything. No matter how clueless you are, no matter how much you're thinking, I don't have technical skills, I don't have any ideas, I've never built a business before, I don't know what I'm doing, the internet scares me, whatever it is, we take you from that feeling of terror and bring you all the way through to having a successful business that you can run from anywhere in the world and make $3,000 to $5,000 a month. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna walk through that entire process. So instead of just getting a tactic on freelance writing here or a strategy on blogging here, you're gonna get the whole picture so you can see when you decide to join, if you decide to join, if it's the right fit, you're gonna be able to see exactly the progression you're gonna make and what you're going to build and how it's going to work. And I've never really talked about it like this in this kind of way. So I'm really excited about it. So stay tuned, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And we've got some pretty big changes to the community I'm going to tell you about soon. But before we go any further, roll that big, beautiful intro. So it's honestly really crazy to think about the fact Location Rebel Academy has been around for 8 years. Initially, I started it because at the time there really weren't many courses out there that taught you how to build this business. I ended up creating exactly the course and the community that I wish I had when I was getting going, because I made a lot of mistakes, did a lot of things wrong, and I wish I had a little bit more support, a little bit more of a roadmap, and some people that had just been there, done that to be able to help me get through it. So this community now, and this course now, is the culmination of 8 years of trial and error, putting things into practice, seeing what works, as well as seeing what's worked for thousands of our members. So what's cool about it is, at this point right now, it is better than it has ever been before. And it's only gonna keep getting better as we test more things and the community grows and different people have experiences with their own businesses, because the more experiences you have, the more the community grows as well. So that's something I'm really excited about. But like I said, this video, it's all about what's the whole progression. So let's say you decide to join Location Rebel Academy this week. You've been a little hesitant, you're not sure, it's a little scary, you've got to invest in yourself. So you finally decide, you hit the buy button, you do it, then what happens? Well, let's jump into it. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen. Okay, so first things first, you get inside. What is the single most important thing we're gonna help you do first? You're gonna be welcomed into the community, and we're gonna set up some accountability parameters, because that's what this is all about. I could have the best course in the world, but if you don't actually go through it and you aren't held accountable for going through it, then it doesn't really mean anything. And we've got such a phenomenal community. When you join Location Rebel Academy, you will be part of our family. I wanna see everybody succeed with this. I devoted my entire life to helping people create these businesses that are going to bring them more happiness and joy and freedom in their life. And this is what it's all about. And so as soon as you get in, we're gonna bring you into the forums, you're gonna introduce yourself, you're gonna start finding some like-minded people, maybe some people that are in a similar place as you, both, physically and location, but also just with their goals and their businesses. Even if you're introverted, I know you're probably thinking it's like, oh, real people, I don't wanna actually talk to real people. We're gonna make this the most friendly, welcoming place imaginable so that you have that accountability, you have that support. Because when you're gonna go in, you'll probably be really excited for the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month, you're like stoked, you're ready to go. But then you hit your first roadblock, and if you don't have people to turn to, or people to get advice from, or people to get support from, then you're probably just gonna put it to the side, and you'll be like, yeah, you know what, there's gonna be a new shiny object to go after. And we wanna make sure that doesn't happen. So more importantly than anything, as soon as you get in, we're gonna make sure you feel like family. You get that community, you get that accountability, you get that support. We'll help you set up an accountability group if that's something that you need and you want, which it's probably something you do need and should want, to make sure that everything else is gonna be successful. That's step one. Okay, step number 2. Before we get to any of the tactical strategy stuff, number 2, we're gonna help cultivate a milestone mindset. So what I mean by that is, most people, they've got some big lofty goal. I wanna make 10 grand a month and quit my job. That's a big lofty goal. You're probably not going to do that next month. You're probably not even going to do that the month after next. And if that's the only goal that you have, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, because every time you look at the scoreboard, you're going to be a big 0 for 1. So we're going to help you cultivate what I call a milestone mindset. Instead of having one big lofty goal, we're going to help you set dozens of smaller goals. So it could be to buy your first domain, to get a hosting account, to install WordPress, to get a theme, to install the theme, to write your first blog post, to pitch your first client. I mean, there's all of these milestones and there's all of these smaller goals that we're going to help you do, so that even if you haven't hit that big, lofty, quit your job, make a bunch of money goal, you're still making progress. So a couple months from now, when you look back, instead of seeing a big 0 for 1, you might see a, 27 out of 100. So you've done 27, you've hit 27 little milestones, and mentally that completely changes the game. You've got that momentum, you've got that confidence. You can feel confident that you're on the right track, even if you haven't reached the end goal right away. So step number 1, finding the accountability, getting that community, and step number 2 is creating those milestones so you can get all of those small wins. And then you can go back to your community and share in those small victories with them. So everybody's helping each other, everybody's staying motivated, everybody's on top of things, and it's a much better way to pursue this type of business that's gonna have its ups and downs. You're gonna have your good days and your bad days, but when you can see, oh, I'm making progress, I am on the right path, that is gonna be what keeps you going through those rough patches. Oh man, I've been talking so much now my coffee got cold. Pause for a second. What's one question you have about starting a lifestyle business? What's one thing that's been holding you back, or something that you need an answer to make that leap, to take that next step and actually start taking action? Leave a comment below. I'd love to know. I'll answer all the comments as best I can. Yep, still cold. Not sure why I thought it was gonna get any better, but still cold. Okay, so step number 3, you've got your community, you've got your support, we've figured out what type of business you want to do, and we've created milestones around that. Now we're going to create your training ground, because you've got to have a way to get hands-on with everything that you're learning. So we're going to help you set up a blog, we're going to help you get a domain, we're going to help you get a hosting account, and this is going to be the thing that you can get hands-on with. And it could turn into a personal blog. It could turn into a website for your freelance services. It could turn into a niche site, or it could just be none of those, and it's just something you play around with to start learning copywriting and the basics of design and how to set up a website and all of those types of things. But having a training ground, having a place where you can take all the skills we're gonna teach you and actually put it into practice in a real thing is so valuable. All too often people join courses like this and they read everything. They feel like they're making progress because they're reading and they're reading and they're learning, but then they never actually do anything with it. And so early on, I want to make sure that everything we're teaching you, you've got a way to actually apply it and learn it. So creating that training ground, usually this will end up being either a freelance services website or a blog. So don't worry if you have no idea how to do that. That sounds scary, a website, blog, whatever. It's very easy. We walk you through every step, and it's going to help lay the groundwork for everything we're going to do in the future. And we've got a whole blueprint that walks you through the step by step of how to set this up. So even if you've never built a website, even if you've never done anything on the internet before, you're going to be able to do this, and it's probably going to be a lot easier than you think it's going to be. Have I mentioned we've got Location Rebel members from over 40 different countries now? That's mind-boggling to me. Not only that I write things that people in, Italy or Australia or Ireland see, but the fact that then they join the community and everything we teach actually works in all those places as well. It works in other languages. It's mind-boggling to see so many of these stories that have happened, and people have been like, yeah, I'm Italian, I live in Rome. I applied it to an Italian website and everything worked great. That's cool. That still blows my mind. It is so cool. Okay, so step number 4, most of you, I would say 80% of you, the next step is going to be freelance writing. Simply put, freelance writing is the easiest way to build a business online. It's a skill you already have, there's a huge demand for it, and it's not difficult. As long as you can follow the process and be consistent and persistent with your effort, you can make money freelance writing. And so that's what we're gonna help you do. We're gonna walk you through how to find clients, how to create writing samples, how to get over that fear of the fact you might not have formal training in writing, so how are people going to hire you? We're gonna help solve all of that. We're gonna teach you how to pitch clients and send emails in a way that are actually going to get a response. We actually have a whole course that you're gonna get that's called How to Pitch Influencers, which is basically all about how to send better emails. People send me emails all the time asking for guest posts, asking for links, asking for the Academy for free. They're all horrible. Nobody knows how to write an email that's actually personal anymore. So we're gonna teach you how to create a personal email and do it quickly so it doesn't take a ton of time, but it's gonna allow you to actually build a relationship with the person you're emailing and make it more likely they're gonna wanna work with you. And even if freelancing or writing, even if that's not something you're passionate about, even if it's not something you necessarily enjoy, it's what's gonna allow you to do the things that you do enjoy. I mean, imagine if in the next 3 months you're making an extra $2,000 a month through your writing. You spend 15 hours a week doing that, and then the rest of the time you can devote to traveling or working on a business that excites you a little bit more, or just supplementing your day job income, whatever it might be. Like I said, I personally started out with freelance SEO and freelance writing. Did I love freelance SEO? No. But I love the fact it enabled me to travel. It enabled me to start breaking 80 in my niche site. It enabled me to do all of these things I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. And so this isn't something you're necessarily going to do forever. This is just gonna be what I call a bridge business. It's gonna get you from point A to point B, where you're making some money, you've got some skills, you've got some confidence that's gonna allow you to go to point C, which is that business you're really excited about, that thing you're passionate about, the thing that you can't imagine actually getting paid to do. So it's a nice, obvious progression, and freelance writing is going to help pay the bills while you go through that. And one of the things that's so cool about the community is we have a ton of people that now have successful freelance writing businesses. And you know what happens when you have a successful freelance writing business? You have a lot of clients, and you're only one person. So what do you end up doing? You end up hiring other people to help you write the work. So a lot of the times the first client for new members, it comes from another Location Rebel member, someone that's now at that next step. They've built that successful freelance writing business and they need a little bit of extra help. So while you're going through our freelance writing blueprint, which is like 35,000 words, this is brand new for this summer. We've completely revamped our freelance writing content. It's unbelievable. Like seriously, it's the best freelance writing course out there right now. It's all tried and true. It's all stuff that we've tested, put into practice. Like it's unbelievable. So while you're going through that, then we're gonna start having you think about, well, what's your dream business? What's that thing you would love to get paid to do? Kind of like we just talked about. So for me, it was a golf business. I also have a photography business. These are those niche sites that allow you to create something that enhances your life and helps you build a passive income business. And for some of you, the freelance writing business, it might be that. You may love working with clients. You may love the writing. Our community manager, Liz, like that's what she does most of the time. She does freelance writing. That is her business. She enjoys that. But if that's not necessarily the be all end all for you, we want to start planting the seeds for that dream business. Maybe it's a hobby you like. Maybe it's a cause you're passionate about. How can we start thinking about what that might look like down the line? It might sound kind of weird to be thinking about building 2 different websites or 2 different businesses, but this is all about getting you to that point where you've got that dream life, like that thing that you're really passionate about that allows you to do the thing that you love to do. And freelance writing can pay the bills. It'll get you from point A to point B, but then to get to point C, you got to kind of start planning for it a little bit. So we're not going to stress you out too much because at this point, you've probably got a job, you've got a family, you've got a social life, and you're starting your freelance business. So we don't want to tax you too much, but we want to start, planting those seeds and thinking about what might become of that. Okay, so let's just pause for a second. Where are you at this point? At this point, you'll have probably been in the community for a month or 2. What's going to be happening? Well, hopefully you're going to be meeting with your accountability group on a regular basis, working on each other's goals, holding each other accountable for the things you want to do. You're going to be in the forums often, helping other people with their problems, looking at things from a different perspective, and generally just building those relationships that are going to be valuable down the line. And plus, it makes it way more fun when you can collaborate and work with and talk to people that are doing the exact same thing you are. But other than that, you're going to be hustling. By now, you'll have hopefully had your freelance services website done. So you've got a place where people can come and find you. It'll have an about page that is all about who you are and the services you offer. You'll have writing samples. You'll have a rates page. You'll have a way for people to actually reach out and say, I want to work with you. And what you're going to be doing is, well, you're going to be doing a lot of pitches. You're going to be emailing a lot of people. You're going to be applying for a lot of writing jobs. And it might sound like a ton of work. It might sound like it's not a whole lot of fun. And well, it can be a fair amount of work. And it may not be a whole lot of fun. But I promise you, as soon as you get that first person that's like, yes, I'm going to pay you $100 to write this 500-word article, you're going to be stoked. And then when the next one, and then when you get a regular client that's like, I'm going to pay you $1,200 a month for a series of articles, like that's when this really starts to get going. And like I said, it's not difficult work. You just have to know how to do it the proper way, and do it consistently. And that's what we help you with the course. We help you with all of the templates, whether it's through our How to Pitch course, whether it's through our freelance writing course. It all works together to help make sure that you're building your business as quickly as possible. So that's where you're going to be at. You're going to have your dream business in mind. You're going to be ingrained in the community, and you're going to have people to turn to for accountability and support. And you're going to be hustling, trying to get those first freelance writing clients so that you start bringing in money, building your confidence, and feeling good about where you're moving in the future. So the next step after that is, over the course of the next few months, you start bringing in clients. You're making money. You're feeling good. You're doing good stuff. So that's when, in your free time, as you have it, if you do have it, that's when you start working on that dream business. I call it a hobby hacking business. That thing that is going to bring passive income, but also make your hobby way more enjoyable. For me, like I said, golf. I've gotten free golf trips, I've gotten free golf clubs, I've gotten access to private courses I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. And you can do that in any niche, any hobby, any industry, and you can become someone who's known within that community, which is a really powerful thing. So at this point, you might start another website. You might just throw up a little blog and start writing content on your free time. That's how Breaking 80 started. I kind of said, you know what? I want to create the golf blog that I would want to read. Not going to worry about making money right away. I'm just going to start putting out content, start writing some blog posts, start taking some photos. I was spending maybe 5 to 10 hours a month, maybe at first, but basically planting the seeds. And then eventually, over the course of a couple of years, that really started taking off without really seeming like I put much effort into it, because it was just something I did for fun in my free time. So you're still going to have this community. You've ramped up your freelance business and you're actually making a full-time income. And then you're also starting to work on that thing that hopefully will replace the freelance business in time with more passive income, allowing you to travel, allowing you more free time, allowing you more freedom and flexibility. And that's the Location Rebel process. Like, that's exactly what I've done in my own life. That's exactly what Liz has done. That's exactly what Lise has done and what Carlo's done. And all these people, we've got a whole playlist of case study interviews you can go check out. We have a ton of people that have gone through this exact progression. It's crazy. I can't believe I haven't done a video just laying out the entire process. And so to help you with this dream business, we created a course called Hobby Hacking. It's our second flagship course. It's unbelievable. It walks you through every single step of building a niche business, building that blog, affiliate marketing to make revenue, and a ton of other stuff. So if you've been wanting to start a blog, if you've been wanting to create a niche site, if you've been wanting to learn how to start affiliate marketing, this is one of the best courses out there. And when you join Location Rebel, you're going to get complete lifetime access to it. So it may not be the thing that you decide to do, today or tomorrow. You want to get that freelance business and get the money coming in as quickly as possible. But a few months down the road, you start digging in. You start creating this website. You start building this brand. And over time, really good things are going to happen. And sure, there might be some of you that are like, you know what, freelancing, really not my thing. Don't want to freelance. Well, you can jump into hobby hacking right now and learn how to build that type of business. Like, it's a complete standalone course that complements everything else within Location Rebel really well, but you can still go through that whole thing if you want. I'm just kind of outlining what it might look like if you were just getting started from scratch, and the way I would kind of go about it, the way I've done it in my own life, and the way we've encouraged a lot of Location Rebel members to go. So that's it. If you join Location Rebel today, that's what it's going to look like. We're going to ingrain you in the community. We're going to help you set goals and hold you accountable for doing them. We're going to help you get started with the website and a training ground. We're going to help you start freelancing. We're going to show you exactly what you have to do to build the freelance business and actually start making money as quickly as possible. And then we're going to help you build that dream business around something you love to do, where at the end you just can't believe you're getting paid to do this. That's what Location Rebel Academy is all about. That's what our brand's all about. And it actually feels really good to lay it out that way. Like, sometimes it's a little muddy. It's like, oh, do I do affiliate marketing? Or, oh, do I do freelance writing? Or, oh, should I start a blog? No, this is the proper progression, and this is the way I've seen the most people have success. So when you join Location Rebel this week, you're not only getting Location Rebel Academy with the SEO blueprint, the freelance writing blueprint, the copywriting blueprint, how to start a blog blueprint, you're getting hobby hacking, you're getting our course that's all about how to send emails that actually get responses and don't make you sound like a spamming jerk. You're gonna get overcoming the fear of uncertainty. So if you're really afraid of getting started and you can't quite get over to take the plunge, this is gonna help you break down all those fears, figure out exactly why you're afraid, and then build them back up so that you're more excited to embrace the idea of uncertainty and embrace those fears and turn that into a successful business. You're gonna get Rebel Launches, which is our course that's all about how to launch a product, how to build an email list and launch a product. I've got kind of a unique way I do it that's very relationship based. So you're building more one-on-one relationships, which is always better. It's always more fun to build friends than just have someone buy your course that you never actually talk to, and so much more. Like I said, we've got close to a decade of content in here, and we update it every 3 to 6 months, so it's always up to date. It's not like it's something where, I wrote this in 2011 and now you're still getting the same information. No, like I said, we just completely revamped our 35,000 word freelance writing blueprint. So there's all sorts of stuff, but now I'm also kind of rambling, and I didn't mean for this to turn into one giant sales pitch. But for the most part with these videos, I haven't really talked about the Academy very much, so I wanted to get it out there. I wanted to let you know what it was all about so that if you are considering it, you really know what to expect and you know what you're getting yourself into. If you have any questions, you can always email sean@locationrebel.com. I would love to make sure it's a good fit for you before you jump in. Also, I recommend you go watch this video right here of me interviewing Liz Froman, all about how she quit her job and built a successful freelance writing business that she's been running for 6 or 7 years now. Got some longevity there. It's a really interesting case study. It's a really interesting video, so go check it out. If it feels like a good fit for you, I would love to have you in the Academy. Like I said, this is what I've devoted my life to. I've spent the last decade of my life building this community and this business and helping people build businesses just like this. It sucks doing it alone. It's really hard to do it alone, so you might as well do it with a bunch of other people that have the same goals, learn from some people who have been there, done that, and make the process more fun. And with that, I don't want to take up any more of your time. Make sure to hit subscribe, hit that notification bell if you haven't, give this video a thumbs up if it's something you enjoyed watching, if you made it this far. Email me, sean@locationrebel.com if you have any questions, and I'll see you soon. I'm gonna go enjoy this beautiful Portland summer before it disappears on me, which it does far too quickly. See you soon.